So, hey guys, who else is completely freaking out right now? Because I know that I am like, this is the day we have waited on for I don't even know how many years at this point. So, I'm losing my mind, but I'm having a really good time on social media today because there are just so many cool things happening with clues coming out from like the PLL Twitter account. There's like a special PLL finale website going on, and you guys have been talking to me all day. I've been on Periscope already. I'm talking to you guys on Twitter, and now we're doing this, and it's just so much fun. And thank you guys for coming so early to the show. You might have noticed I've added a little something in celebration of today on the wall back here. But gosh, there's so many of you in this room. Oh my gosh. Hey, this is so crazy. Simona, Riley, Chiara, Massimo, Anastasia, Melody, Janice, Debbie. Oh my gosh, Nikki, Nisi. Craziness. Thank you guys. I got this A at Target for those of you, I guess it's just in the US, maybe Canada as well. And I just spray painted it. So A is with me right here, guys. This is A. This is what I wanted to tell you. A is I am A. Now you know, you got the reveal early. No, I'm joking. But I hope that whoever ends up being A today is worth our wait. Because I know most of you guys have either watched it since it started or you've gone back and watched it on Netflix or iTunes or whatever. So you know, I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of excited. And then I've been thinking, like, what do we do when we know who A is? Like, then what? Like, how are we going to keep watching? This feels like this should be the finale for the entire series, you know? I did say your name, Massimo. Thanks for joining. So I guess now is our pretty much last chance, or at least your last chance with me on this live show to give me your theories. I wanted to point out something that I tweeted earlier today. If you follow me on Twitter, that's super cool. Maybe you've seen it. I'm Kelly_TV. If you don't follow me and you're on Twitter, please do, because this is like the best way to keep up with me and know when I'm periscoping, when I have vlogs hopefully coming soon, some other fun videos that I'm hoping to do in the next couple of weeks because PLL is going to be over. Anyway, when you follow me there, you just always know what's up with me, what's going on with me. Okay. Hey, Mikey, thanks for joining. So anyway, I tweeted out an article that was released today, and it was an interview with Marlene from EE News. And I found that very informative. And if you've already read this, then you'll know the one thing that really stuck out to me was when they were asking her if we are going to find out tonight who is Redcoat, who is Black Widow, and who is A. She said, yes, we're going to find out who Charles is. But her answer about Black Widow and Redcoat was really strange, which leads me to believe they're not going to tell us who both of them are, or they are one person. So if you read that, let me know what you think about that. If you haven't, again, I tweeted it. It's also on the Pretty Little Liars Facebook page and the Pretty Little Liars home Twitter account. So check that out. Delisa, the first time seeing it live. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Tony is saying that Marlene and Shay were teasing Paige coming back. That would be really cool, guys. I would love that. So you didn't miss much, Hannah. I was just kind of giving an intro and saying hey to everyone. But anyway, 5 years, Jen. That's crazy. It's been 5 years. Insane. Right. I do think that they're really going to tell us stuff tonight. I mean, they made the shirts, you know, the It's No Lie shirts and all that stuff. And they've said a million times, the, you know, actors and actresses, and Marlene has said like a billion times that they are going to tell us. So I don't think it's a joke. I have some ideas about what they're going to do with the rest of the show with season 7 and the other half of 6. We can get to that later. But what we need to focus on now is your final predictions for definitely who Charles is. Again, sounds like Redcoat and Black Widow are either going to be one person or she's only going to reveal one of them. If you read that article I talked about, you'll know what I mean. So what are you thinking? Now, what are you thinking? Now, last week, you guys know I pushed Caleb really hard. Some of you, maybe not some of you, some people tried to argue with me about it. And, you know, it's just a theory because I'm not an expert. I don't know if it's going to be him. Right now, I'm kind of questioning it. But anything I talk about with theories, like, you know, those are just my thoughts, just like you guys have your theories. It was funny to me that some people wanted to like get into an argument like on YouTube and Twitter, and I'm not going to do that because come on, guys, this should be fun. But anyway, I really thought from the last episode that it was going to be Caleb, but I'm not so sure now. I want it to be somebody that really surprises us. I definitely do not think it's going to be Ezra. AOL did an interview with Arya. I also tweeted that out a couple of days ago. She pretty much confirmed in so many words that it wasn't him. So I want to know what you guys think at this point, who you think Charles could be. I'm really super confused. I just hope they've taken a lot of time into figuring out who it's going to be, into having a really compelling story for this person. So I'm going to start reading some of your comments. So Simona is saying CC Drake, and I guess you're saying CC for Charles. It would be shocking if Charles was a girl. Marlene keeps saying that it's Allie's brother. She even said that in the E article. So I will be kind of disappointed if they pull that trick on us after they've even said they're not going to do like a transgender thing. So it wasn't like Cece has turned into, a girl. Cece was born a boy, something like that. I don't know. Peter, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Asking me if there's any proof that Charles is actually alive. In Lucy's AOL interview, she mentioned that we'd find out why A goes by the name of Charles. Well, what I think she means by that, rather than him being dead, is that he has changed his identity. There may be a certain reason he chose the name Charles. Perhaps it's a family name or something like that. But I think that obviously we know Charles as someone else. I do think it's a major character, or at least somewhat major. I've been talking to you guys on Twitter about who you think it is. A lot of you are thinking at this point Wilden, Noel, Ren, and Caleb. Those are the most popular responses. Nisi's saying some of the clues are hopeless, like A has been in more than one episode. Right. So if you're following the PLL Twitter account, you know that if you keep tweeting or retweeting their tweets today, that you unlock clues. Some of the clues have been honestly super lame, like that Charles has been in more than 5 episodes. Well, someone actually tweeted me. They did some research to find out like who it couldn't be, and these people were just like so minor that I've forgotten some of them. So I do appreciate whoever it was that did that. But guys, that's not a real helpful clue. I think they're still doing this, so maybe the clues are going to get better before the show airs. But what's up, Michael? Thanks for joining us. But Lucas, someone is saying, I think Aaron thinks it's Lucas. I still feel like it could be him, even though you guys may think he doesn't fit the age group. Again, as I've said before, this person could have faked anything, faked a birth certificate, faking their age, who knows. Alyssa's watching the marathon that's on right now on ABC Family, which is a lot of fun if you guys have time to do that. Once Upon a Read has her top choices as Ren, Cece, or Caleb. A lot of you are thinking Sarah as Redcoat. Nisi is saying that. I could see that completely. It disappoints me some because we don't really know her. She's kind of, in my opinion, a new character. Rebecca's asking about the twin direction with Sarah and Bethany. As you know, if you've read the books or you've read something about them on Wiki or something, Allie had a twin who was evil named Courtney in the PLL book series. So Rebecca thinks that maybe, Sarah was a lot like Allie. Bethany killed Sarah and took her place. I don't know. And, another thing is they told us there will be twins. I don't know if that's going to be revealed tonight, possibly. What excites me a ton is that Charles will be revealed within the first 20 minutes. Marlene did confirm that in the E interview. That makes me happy. Janice, what is up, is asking me to mention that Mona handed Wilden the bullets and syringes to frame Hannah for Wilden's murder. Is that your theory? If that happened on the show, I must have been asleep. Some of these things, all these thoughts are like theories, thoughts. They're boggling my mind. I had trouble sleeping last night because I was still trying to narrow down what I think is going to happen. And so I've kind of decided at this point, I'm not going to keep obsessing about what I for sure think is going to happen. I'm just going to watch it with an open mind. I hope you guys will watch it with me because I'm going to let you do that tonight. I will be on Periscope for the entire broadcast, East Coast time. Some of you in the West Coast are telling me that it's going to air also at the same time. So you could also join me live. I believe someone told me they had direct TV, so it's going to be on at 5 o'clock West Coast time. Maybe that applies to all the different cable and satellite people. I don't know. You might want to check that out if you're on the West Coast. But anyway, you're going to see my reaction to Charles and to whatever else they throw at us live. And I want to see, I want to read your comments on Periscope, and I will shout out as many people as I can. Of course, I do want to pay really close attention to the show, to this episode in particular, just because, I've watched it. I've watched it live for 5 years. So I know you guys have to, but I'm really freaking out. Like I usually live tweet, but when I live tweet, I have to look down a lot. Sometimes if they have like a text that they're reading or something, I miss it. So this time I'm not going to worry about that. That's why I'm just going to put my face on Periscope and you can see my reactions rather than me typing them out. Jaleesa's asking, how do I think the books compared to the show? The show has better plots, but sometimes they're too over the top. To be completely honest, I've never read the books. I have read a lot about them on Wikipedia because I wanted to see if the show was doing anything like the books, which they have a little, but I'm no expert on the books, so I really couldn't say, but I know a lot of people love the books. Alyssa, I'm sorry, I don't know why that's freezing, although I will say there's been like a little bit of an internet issue here today, so I'm really sorry. Is anybody else having that issue? I don't know if that's on my end or on Alyssa's end, but it could very well be on my end, and I'm really sorry if that's what's going on. Riley's asking how Sarah Shepard feels about them going in a completely different direction from the books. Well, I mean, I think she's been a big part of this process, and she's even been in some of the episodes, at least one. I feel like she's been in more than one episode. So I think, since she had to give them the rights to the book, she's the author and everything, I feel like they have worked with her some. So I think that she's probably pretty cool with it. I don't think Mike is A at all. And now we know that a parent is not A because one of the clues said that A is over 50 or younger than 50. I don't know though. Some of those parents, some of those parents could be in their 40s. Could be wrong, but let's think about that. I wonder if they're trying to trick us there. Sarah still thinks that Caleb is Charles, but doesn't want him to be. Now, I love Caleb. Maybe I love Charles too. I don't know. But I want that so bad for him. I feel like have you ever wanted something so bad that like you just have a feeling that you want it so much it's not going to happen? And I don't want it so much because I want him to be evil or people to hate him. I just want the show to shock us, okay? And if Ren is the one who takes his mask off, I'm just going to be really sad because I know that person like who claimed that they work for PLL tried to spoil it, and then a lot of the stuff they said never came true. So I don't feel like they told the truth. But if that happens, if Ren is A, I'll just be like, oh, I don't know. What are you guys going to think? Okay, I'm so sorry about the connection. If it's really bad and you guys can let me know, I may have to stop this and like try to restart it and try to get because right now I'm on Wi-Fi. I might have to get on another network or something or like take it off Wi-Fi. Actually, let me see if I can take this off Wi-Fi. I think I'm saying, or Kai, Caleb and Sarah can be working together because isn't Sarah working with Caleb? Well, Caleb did hire Sarah, so yes, possibly. Yeah, Ren is never around, Katie, but what bothers me is that Ren is never around, okay? Like, I understand he doesn't have to be in every episode, but I just feel like, I don't know what is the reason of him not being around, if he's working on another project or something like that. But I feel like if he's going to be the main villain of the show, he should have tried to be in more episodes. There may be some massive reason. He may be shooting something in another country. I have no clue. Maybe you guys know. But I'm really hoping that I really don't want him to be A. I feel like that is just so obvious. Sarah would love for Arya to be A. I just feel like it's not going to be one of the girls. I do have hopes that once we know who Charles is, I think possibly they will have an Uber A in the future, okay? Because if you watch that AOL interview with Lucy Hale, she says that 5 years into the future is what the time jump is going to be. And at that time, Allie asked like all the girls to come back to Rosewood because they've all gone their different directions, and that something happens with A, okay? So she says they haven't heard from A in like 5 years. So if A is in jail or dead or something like that, then why is somebody else doing something? I don't know if it's a copycat or if it's going to be an Uber A, but I would like that. Hannah says she hopes we figure out Mrs. Grunwald, or however you say that woman's name, deal. Me too. She was kind of a mystery. She kind of annoys me some because she was kind of like the Ravenswood, a part of that. And I really didn't like Ravenswood, and even though I like Caleb, but So So I'm still trying to, I know today I don't think there's ever been this many people in one of my live shows. So thank you. And because of that, a lot of you are commenting, which is freaking awesome. And I'm missing people's comments. Just try to keep commenting. I'm trying to get to as many people as I can. So Jack says that Toby's Snapchat has shown that he's not on the PLL set. So maybe he's part of it all. Has everyone else been seen on the PLL set? I don't know. I mean, one of the clues was that Charles has been unmasked to us before. This is one of the clues that PLL was tweeting out on their Twitter. Well, someone tweeted me, I can't remember who this was, I think Matthew, saying that maybe that means it's someone that they tried to make us think was A before, so there's hope for Toby. I felt like it just means like we've seen this person's face before, but who knows? Oh, here we go. Is it Nelly? Is it no? I know I'm saying your name wrong. It looks like Neely. It's not Neely. It sounds like elephant. Anyway, this is so off topic, but Marlene says that we won't have any questions after this. I'm sure we still will. I don't think they're going to reveal everything. And I can't get your name right. I'm trying. I wish you could speak to me so I would know. Nastasia says, wants Rin to be A because that means her theories will have been right. But on the other hand, I want to be super shocked, so she's conflicted. Okay, I can see that. And that makes me think of something. Several of you tweeted me today a picture from this finale, and it shows Mona in the red cape. And you are thinking that what I told you guys last week is coming true, which is that I feel like the person who unmasked themselves to Allie last week was actually not Charles, but a minion, a worker, something of Charles's, which could be Mona because she's wearing the correct costume. I don't know. Hopefully that's true because that's kind of weird if that's true and I figured that out. Sarah thinks that Melissa's red coat. We haven't seen Melissa forever, ever, so who knows? Tony feels like they put actors in lockdown. PLL has already started from where you're from. Is it Cry? Like C-R-Y, but with a K? You mean the finale is already on? That's craziness. I had no idea it was going to air any earlier than when it airs Eastern time. I don't know. Andre is not ready for the episode. I'm so scared. I don't know why. I should be so happy, but I'm nervous. Michael's asking about Johnny. I hope not, guys. I hope not, Michael. So Natasha says that Lucy said something along the lines of, we'll find out why Charles goes by the name Charles. Someone else mentioned that earlier. There could be a specific reason he chose this name. Perhaps it's his middle name. Who knows? A family name? I don't know. And I think what she's trying to say here is that we know him as another name. Either he was told to go by Rin, Caleb, Toby, whoever it is, or he made that name up for himself or whatever, because he doesn't want people to know that he is related to Allie and he's somehow in the De Laurentiis family. Mallory says in an interview with Sasha, she said A is someone we know, but maybe not someone, there we go again, it just disappeared. Maybe not someone we know well. If you want to tweet me that interview, I would like to read that or watch that. Mallory, I don't like that. Mallory says that makes her nervous. That makes me really nervous because I think they owe it to us that it's a main character. Aaron thinks it's Ian. Nimsy Love, no, you didn't come too late. We started at 4, so it's only been 18 minutes. You're good. The twin and the whole story, Yara is asking. I think that something is up with Hannah and the twins because her mom has seen these ghost twins. People have mistaken Hannah for Allie. I feel like Hannah may be involved in that. Allie, thank you for joining us. I don't think any of the parents are going to be A either, Riley. I really don't. Okay. Chiara says from the sneak peeks, she thinks that the girls are going to run into Mona thinking it is Redcoat because of the costume. And I think that it's because she was the one who revealed herself to Allie, but I guess we'll have to see. Cry thinks it's still Caleb. Janice asked if we noticed how Black Widow only showed up to Wilden's funeral and Mrs. D comes back to Rosewood after Wilden's death. The Wilden theories are very compelling. I think a Wilden reveal would be massively shocking because we think he's dead. So from every interview I've read with cast members, they say over and over and over that it is shocking, that people's jaws drop, that people could not believe it. I think that Wilden would fit all of that, okay? I don't love it, but Marlene keeps saying that the story behind Charles is amazing. If they can really sell it to me with Wilden's backstory, I will possibly be okay with that. I don't want it. I'm just going to be crushed if it's somebody like really, if there's some off the wall thing. Like I said, like last week, if it's like Toby and it looks like Toby and he takes off his mask and he's Moby, Toby's twin, but I go by Charles. No, 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 no bueno. Okay. Karina says the actor for Rin was just in a movie. Dragonheart 3 is the main character. Okay, so if I understand that, and I understand people have other projects and other things to do outside the show. And I still feel like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with him. You know, Natasha hates Wilden. I didn't like Wilden either. And Wilden and Holbrook kind of remind me of each other, so I didn't like either one of them. Holly says something is weird with Hannah too. Whose dad doesn't even check on them after all that went down? Is Hannah adopted, or maybe her dad isn't her dad? It's weird. I've always kind of thought her dad isn't her dad. I feel like something is really up with all of that. Kristen thinks that Rin is Charles, even though she wishes it was Toby. And Cece is Redcoat, but thinks Cece is running the whole show and blackmailing Charles. I definitely think Redcoat is in charge here, in charge of Charles. Now, I could be wrong. I think that we will find out if Charles is truly an evil person. I do feel like that's going to be revealed tonight. If you guys have seen that preview where it looks like Charles is going to jump off the roof and the girls are like really angry with him, what makes me, as much as I want Caleb to be Charles, what makes me think he's not Charles is that the way that the girls are reacting to him, especially Hannah, is not the way I would think you would react to someone you were in love with, who was your boyfriend, who you totally trusted. I could see them having that attitude towards Wilden. The funny thing here is that with all your theories, I respect all of them so much. I have not gotten anybody's theories on like YouTube or Twitter, which I thought were ridiculous or that I laugh at or whatever, even though they're not really how I might be thinking. When you all take time to like, you know, explain them to me, I'm just like, wow, that is genius. And I think that's what is so amazing about this show is that literally we can't really, even now, even today, before the finale, we cannot choose one person. And I think the show's done a good job with that. As long as they, to me, like I will be able to tell you, like after this episode, if this show could go, it could either do something amazing tonight or it could throw away like a lot of our hard work and us loving the show, like if they do something stupid. And I think they're going to do something smart. Jaleesa doesn't think that Charles is any of the boyfriends or Rin because none of the girls look upset. Yeah, I feel like I do. I feel like when I saw that sneak peek preview, I feel like it's someone that that no one's in love with, as in like no one dated, no one's currently dating, and no one is like, you know, really, really, really close to. Okay. So I don't know. But then I could see it being Caleb. The thing that I keep thinking and the thing that led me to Caleb was when people would say, I think Lucy said this, I think Keegan said this, that there are clues like from day one, season 1, episode 1, little bitty clues that you could go back and watch the whole thing after we know who Charles is, and you could be like, oh my gosh, I see all that. Now, I could be missing some stuff, but I don't feel, maybe I'm wrong because we don't know the whole story. I don't see a lot of Wilden clues lately. There may have been some in the past. There may be some now because we just don't know his whole story, but that's what I'm trying to think. Riley must have had an amazing idea and somehow here we go. So Riley has a theory that Wilden is A because he was supposedly hit in the head and put in a trunk, which sounds like what happened to Mona. So what if she killed Wilden and he did the same thing to her? It just gave me chills because I feel like that's genius. And I have not heard that before. So I'm totally into that. The funny thing was they didn't show us everyone's dead bodies on this show, but they showed us Wilden, and Mona is not dead. So maybe that's kind of another clue that Wilden is not dead. Okay. So yeah, Alyssa hopes that Charles is somewhat good, and so do I. I feel like he's conflicted. I feel like he was abused mentally, among other things. So I think he's probably, I hope, not just like a terrible evil person. Diamond says if A's backstory is so horrible, maybe the girls would forgive, but I don't think, she doesn't think that she could, you know? Okay, yeah, I see that. But I think that, I don't know, I think that it's not going to be like that. I think you're going to, I'm sorry, I know this is cutting out again, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why that's doing that. I think that you're going to feel a little bit sorry for him. I don't know. I mean, they said that we're going to cry over his story. So I don't know. I'm sorry about the poor quality of this. It seems like we're having all kinds of issues, and I think it's pretty much because I'm having some sort of internet issue here, and I really do apologize for that. Okay, you're welcome, Riley. So Shalisa says that Sasha's interview, who's Allie, says the actor who will be revealed as Charles thought it was crazy, just as crazy as you will. Interesting. So I love that. I'm excited. That makes me excited, right? Doesn't that make you excited? All right. So Aaron says if Jason is not Allie's dad, then he can find out who A is and May and Maya. I'm a little confused with that. Maybe say that again. I'm getting confused here. Katie's saying Caleb wasn't in the first episode, but I think when Marlene tweeted that out, she meant that the first A, which is Mona, was in the very first episode. But if someone thinks that's not right, let me know. Mikey is asking if I could bring a character back, but would have to kill a live character. Which characters would they be? That's a good question. Honestly, from all the people who died, the only person I really thought was cool was Mona. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think Mrs. D needs to come back. Not because I like her, because honestly, I think she's an evil, terrible person. But I think she knows a lot of answers to things, and I think people need to be questioning her. So I would bring her back. But who would I kill? Who do I not want? Sarah Harvey. I would kill Sarah Harvey, and I would bring Mrs. D back. Okay. So Once Upon a Read says her anxiety is really not acting up for this finale. Like she's happy and she's nervous and she can't wait. And your name is Tara. Okay, I'll try to remember that, Tara. Janice is right, totally. Marciello says Mrs. Marin did have a thing with Wilden and Jason. She sure did. She's kind of like the cougar of this show. Shalisa says somehow she thinks Black Hoodie is a girl. Why else would the girls call him a bitch in the promo? So you don't think that's Charles? I thought that was Charles trying to jump off the roof. Nikki wants Maya to come back. I don't love Maya and I don't hate Maya. If she's got some interesting information, do it. Like bring it. Like bring her back. But if she doesn't, I don't know. I also, Madalena, think that Maya is alive. I definitely do. Yes. So Nikki says that she believes that Maya is Redcoat. She could have a lot of free time because she's supposed to be dead. If she is A, she would be so happy. Marlene said someone will come back from the dead. Well, with all of the little hints they've thrown out there about Maya, I could see her being the person who comes back. But I hope that she has like a big story to tell. Like I hope like there's a reason for bringing her back, not just to be like, oh, hey. Is that Ted would play a part in all of this. And she says that would be shocking. Agree with you. I don't understand, and I will never understand this show when they throw away like but I don't get it. Why people seem to be so important for like a season or a few episodes and then they're gone. And to me, Ted is one of those people. It's like, what is your point? You know? I don't know. Nastasia is asking, what would I do if Ren turns out to be A, but they have an amazing backstory for him? I would accept it, to be honest, Nastasia. Like, I don't love it at all. And when that person takes their mask off, if it is Ren or if it is someone completely lame, I'm going to be upset. But, you know, I know the chat keeps freezing and I don't think I can fix it. I've tried to fix like the Wi-Fi and the going back and forth between Wi-Fi and no Wi-Fi. And I'm so sorry. But before we do another chat, like tomorrow, I will try to definitely get this worked on. I'm really sorry. But anyway, I'm hoping that I can accept it after I hear the story. And that's kind of what Marlene has tweeted like a zillion times. So Andre thinks that Maya is Redcoat because she died in the episode when we first saw Redcoat. And don't think that's a coincidence. Okay, yeah, I never really thought about that, but I like that. And I answered your question, Nastasia, about Ren. I hope you heard that. If not, let me know. I can repeat it. Alyssa wants to know where Hannah's dad has been. I have no idea. But I've always thought he was super sketchy, and I don't really understand what his deal is. And I feel like he's not really her dad. So I don't know if she was, like, adopted or she has just a different dad, but, you know, the mom that we know. I don't know. Niecy says that Hannah calls A bitch all the time. Very true. Although I find it really hard to believe that, you know, that she would call Caleb a bitch, though. You know, isn't that weird? Wouldn't you be more mad than that? Sea Breezes is asking, do I still hope most that Ezra is A? I would love that, but if you watch Lucy Hale's AOL interview here on YouTube, just try to search that after this is over. You will pretty much figure out, as I have, that that's not going to be possible, kind of based on what Lucy said, sadly. Mr. D may be killed. Mrs. D? Yeah, possibly. I can see that. Janice says they've been saying that Marian and Charles became close at Radley, so she's excited to see how Marian ties in. Me too. And Marian is Toby's mom, and I feel like there's much more to her story than we know. Of course, we've never seen her because we've been told that she's dead, but I would love to hear like more about that and see if there's more going on there. Jaleesa feels like all the dads should have a scene and connect over scotch and whiskey. I think that's hilarious. I think that's a great idea. Amanda is talking about Sarah being transgendered. I think they've said a million times that that's just not going to happen unless they're pretending or tricking us or something. I get a lot of that on Twitter and a lot of that on YouTube, and they've said they're not going to do that, which I know doesn't mean anything. So I'm not sure if it's worth discussing anymore because they've said that so many times. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I must have missed another good theory from Riley somehow about Ezra. Someone needs to tell me about that. Someone's saying that Ezra was a parent, but you know, that kid actually turned out not to be his, but he thought it was his. Peter says maybe Redcoat has a grudge against Hannah because she left her in the lodge fire and dragged all the other girls out. Well, yeah, I could definitely see that. So Mikey is bringing up a point that a lot of you have mentioned to me on YouTube and on Twitter, that these shirts that everyone's wearing that say it's no lie, which we think they're talking about that it's no lie, we're going to find out who Charles is tonight. That also is an anagram for Noel. I don't know how I feel about Noel being A, because we really haven't seen much of him, and I don't feel like he's that big of a character, but I don't know. You know, he's super close with Mona, and I think that Mona is super close with Charles, so I could get that. Now, he's asking if I will be mad. No, but again, if there's little clues everywhere, like what's up with that? I just had a thought. Like, what if you were on the show and you were like one of the actors? Like, how would you feel if they came up to you and they said, hey, like, you are Charles, you are A? Because I think they didn't tell this person until pretty recently. I mean, like, I don't think they knew since like day one because they want to try to keep it a secret. I would be so happy. Like, I would be so excited if they told me my character was A. I would be like so freaking out because that's like the character everyone's always going to remember. Not that they don't remember the liars and everyone else, but it's just like, I would just be freaking out. Do we think Mr. D is dead? Asked Addison. I think there's a very good chance. I wonder if we will find that out tonight. I don't know. Tony says, late, but can I please do a live chat during the show? Okay, well, here's the deal with that. I don't think that I'm able to do like multiple live chats during the show just because, like I said, I do want to concentrate on the show tonight as much as I can. So here's what I'm going to do. I will be on Periscope, and some of you have told me you cannot get Periscope for whatever reason, which I understand. You don't even have to have a Twitter account for what I'm going to tell you to do. When I do a Periscope, it's kind of like doing one of these videos. It will save to my Twitter account. It'll be on my Twitter, like in my tweets, okay? So even if you don't want to sign up for a Twitter, you can go to Kelly_TV on Twitter on your phone or whatever, computer or whatever, and you can watch the Periscope. Like, you don't even have to be there when it's live. It saves only for 24 hours, though. So I think you can do it that way. I do not think it makes, yeah, I'm pretty sure because I watched it on a desktop. So you don't have to like download the app somewhere to watch like an expired Periscope. So Tony, I think that will work for you because the way that I do these live YouTube chats is that I use my desktop and then I'm going to have to use my phone for Periscope. And if I do all that, to be totally honest, I will not even be able to pay attention to what is going on. And I, you know, don't hate me, but I kind of want to pay somewhat attention tonight because it's such a big deal. So if I'm talking to people on here and talking to people on my phone and all this stuff while that's on, I feel like I may even miss like important things, you know? I know that was a really, really long explanation, too long. Okay. Someone's saying there's something on Lucy's Instagram. I don't know. I haven't looked at that recently. Yeah, Marciello or Marciello, yeah, says you don't need a Twitter account for Periscope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you don't. If you want to just watch people's Periscopes, you can just go to their Twitter account. It shows you that they had a live broadcast. Click on that and watch it. You don't have to sign up or anything. Okay, so Janice says the Varjak story dropped. Barrel story drop, Mona faking her death backstory. So annoyed how sloppy they are. That is a video that some of you have asked me for that I do want to do in the next, during our downtime. Sadly, we have quite a bit of downtime till PLL comes back because we have to wait until freaking January, which means after Christmas, which freaks me out, but let's not talk about that. So I do want to do some PLL videos in the meantime. Not every week probably, but in the meantime. So I want to do one on the drop storylines because someone suggested that, or multiple people have suggested that, and I think that's a genius idea. So I definitely want to do that. Okay. So yeah, there are going to probably be multiple. Am I going to do multiple Periscopes? I'm only going to do one tonight, which is East Coast time. So again, 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. Eastern. You just don't click on it if you don't want to be spoiled or whatever. You click on it within 24 hours of the broadcast, and then you can watch it on your own time. Like you could watch it in the middle of the night or whatever, or after you figure out who Charles is, okay? I will tell you guys this, though. If you guys are not in the time zone to watch it when it first airs, just to be honest, I would stay off of Twitter and stuff because I'm not going to be on there revealing stuff and spoiling stuff because I hate when people do that. But some people are going to do that. In fact, the PLL account may be doing that. So I would not get on there. I would not get on Facebook because they may not be spoiling it, but your friends may be, or people you follow. Because I just feel like as soon as this person takes their mask off, it's going to be all over the place. So if you can, I would just don't. I mean, because I used to watch Dexter and someone spoiled like the very best season for me on Twitter. It was someone I don't even know in real life, but that I happened to follow. And I was just like, you must be kidding me. So like, I just have learned my lesson, which is sad. Massimo is back. Thank you for coming back. Jaleesa says, apparently we find out who's in the barrel. Yeah, we found out it's like a poor decomposing body or something. I don't know. I don't even know if that's part of tonight's episode or if that was something Marlene told someone. I'm not even sure. Jana says the biggest mystery is what happened to Ian. Can someone clarify? Do we really know if he's dead? I don't know if we can say 100% he's dead. I feel like he's a person who could come back. I mean, there was a lot of weird stuff there. Like I thought he fell off that tower, but then he apparently had some kind of suicide note somewhere. I don't know. I get confused when I start thinking about that. And thank you, S. Hayden, for liking the A. I thought I would add that to this special day because it is like a historic, in my opinion. I know that may sound silly, but for guys and girls who really love PLL, like it's historic. Today is freaking historic. Amy says so many of the guys have backstories, which is hard to figure out. Hopefully there are no plot holes when we find out. I know, and I feel like there's just so many people who can be so yes, someone is saying Nisi, shut down Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, don't watch Good Morning America tomorrow, all that good stuff. Yeah, and I know, like, I know that's kind of common sense, and then again, it's really not, because like when I had Dexter spoiled for me, I didn't come on Twitter to like, I think someone had tweeted me something random, and I just freaking looked at the homepage and someone was like, oh my God, so-and-so died, and I was just like, no, okay. That drives me nuts. So I wouldn't even get on to check stuff or whatever. And I know that's hard because that's hard for me, but just don't get on there. Of course, get on here and watch all my stuff when you know, but I don't want to spoil it. And like I said, I'm not going to tweet about it. Okay. But I am going to be on Periscope, which is if you don't click on Periscope, you're not going to see anything. So watch it later. Janice says that Mona faked her death to help Wilden with the dollhouse and handed him bullets to frame Hannah for his murder and syringes to take her blood. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Someone mentioned that earlier and I couldn't figure that out. Yes, S. Hayden, it's legendary. Completely. The smiles on here look like ducks. It's so funny, Massimo. Your smile looks like a duck face. Alyssa definitely thinks that Hannah will have a twin, maybe Bethany or Allie or maybe Cece. Yeah, I'm feeling that. There are 82 people in this show right now. There have never been that many. It would be so cool if we could get to 100. Like, that would make this PLL day like even more epic. Queen of Hearts was Wilden, says Janice. And Marlene says a gas mask, a deck of cards. You know who I am. Don't make this hard. So what's the gas mask, though? There's a lot of gas mask things related to Lucas, which makes me nervous. Lucas is someone I've never really liked. Massimo, tell me who Travis is again. I think you were trying to tell me on Periscope, and I think I had to go, and then your comments were gone. Tony's still going to watch Periscope. Don't care if it ruins it. Okay, because I'm just going to say, when they reveal this person, I will probably freak out and I will probably say their name or something. But I'm not going to show, just because of like copyright and stuff, I'm not going to like turn it to the episode or anything, but you'll just see me reacting. So Amanda says, if Mona started the A game, then what did Charles do the first 3 seasons? They say that we can go back to episode 1 and get clues, but if Charles wasn't A, then I don't know. That's such a good question. Sometimes I think the writers don't really know. She was like, well, what was Charles doing when Mona was A? I don't know. Shalisa, thank you so much. Saying my live chats are legendary. Well, I'm sorry about today. It's because I feel bad that it's like going in and out. I think it's better now. Let's just cross our fingers that it stays. Yes, Melissa, Ezra had a gas mask, but I really don't think that they're going to go with that based on the Lucy Hell AOL YouTube interview, but I don't know. Thank you, Nisi, though. Thank you. Travis was one of Hannah's boyfriends. Thank you, Melody. Geez, that was a long time ago. Hey, Anna, thanks for joining us. Marciello, am I saying that right? Never liked Lucas either. Don't want him to be Charles, but I could see that happening. I could see that happening. I feel at this point, though, there's about 5 guys, I think, and not the French fry burger place, but I think there's about 5 guys who I think they could go with tonight. So I don't know. Reese thinks that Caleb is A because when everyone was looking for A at prom, never saw Caleb. He did show up late, but I don't know why he showed up at the Rosewood prom, because didn't he think that Hannah was going to the barn prom? And I don't think she told him differently because she seemed really surprised that he was at prom. Maybe the gas mask is code for Mona's identity. The gas mask is really important because if you remember, somebody was making Mona put that gas mask on in the dollhouse, and there's been so much gas mask stuff. There's been stuff with Ezra with that. I mean, there's been a lot of that. So, Travis and Sean, all these people need to have several seats on a long sofa. Yes, Nisi, they do. Please, we got to quit digging these really random people up, please. If they do that tonight, you probably will see some fun stuff on Periscope when I throw things out the window. I have a window right by my TV, so who knows what might get thrown. All right. Alan is asking some questions. I think it's possible that Charles is A, why is this happening, but not A, who is making this happen. I think the Redcoat's in charge. I think she's either blackmailing him or whatever. Holly has asked me who are the 5 guys. And I like how you made that, you know, every little statement was one comment. 5 guys: Caleb, Wilden, Ian, Lucas, Noel. Can I type that in here? I'm going to type it for you. Caleb, Lucas, Ren, 6 guys. Caleb, Lucas, Ren, Noel, Ian, Wilden. I just typed it for you guys. So hopefully that shows up. I don't even see it now. But that's what I think. I'm saying your name right. Marciello. Love it. All right. I know who I'm not saying their name right. Nellie? No, it's not Nellie. I hate this, and I'm sorry. Gonna watch the episode live for the first time. Need sleep, need answers. Okay. Charlotte says Allison's middle name is Lauren, and Marlene said that that's the biggest clue she ever gave us. Why? Please tell me why. Massimo said that Travis dated Hannah while Caleb was gone. Now I remember. Travis had evidence that Hannah's mom didn't kill Wilden. Please, please, please don't let it be him. Nisi says not the TV. I don't think if Marlene is playing games with us, she's not worth it for me to throw the TV out the window. But I have some like fruit that's probably getting ready to go bad. I could throw that, maybe like, you know, what do you think? The birds could eat it or something. I'm joking. I'm not going to throw anything out. Beach Hottie was a cover-up from Cece because she's helping Wilden, says Janice. I definitely think Cece is in on this, and Janice thinks Wilden is A and Cece knows it. They had kind of a weird relationship, so I'm kind of down with that. But guys, didn't Wilden and Allie have something going on? Is that weird? I mean, is that her brother? Like, what? Am I confusing that, or was it with Holbrook? I know Holbrook. Oh, Debbie. Debbie says that Lauren, you guys need to look at her comment, is like Lawren. Interesting. Shalisa says the same thing. No, I don't want it to be Ren, please. I don't want it to. Can you guys, I feel like we have talked about who is A. You know, we have for 5 years. I haven't talked to you guys for 5 years, but I've harassed my friends about it and everybody else. My mom used to watch this, but she gave up because they wouldn't tell us who A is, which is funny. I know. So, and we're going to find out. So that means that after this moment, after this show ends for us, me and you and I will never have this conversation again about who is A. Does that make you sad? Does that make you sad that I'm never going to be asking you guys who A is and we're never going to spend hours debating it? I'm having a problem with that. Shalisa says we assumed Wilden was beach hottie. We never got confirmation. All we know is that Ezra was board shorts. Yeah, Katie says Allison was dating an older guy. So was that supposed to be Ezra? I don't know. A voice note with your name. Nele, however we say it. I hate when I can't say someone's name right because my name is spelled a little bit differently. And when there's people that I've been friends with forever, they'll write me like a birthday card and spell it wrong. And I'm just like, do I even know you? So like, I understand how important it is for people's names to be spelled and said correctly. So that honestly drives me nuts when I can't say your names correctly because I want to get it right because nobody wants their name to be wrong, you know? Okay, you guys are sad. I am sad. I am so sad. But I mean, tomorrow we can spend so much time talking about our thoughts. And if you did not know or you need to be reminded, I'm doing 2 shows tomorrow to go over what we learned tonight. So 4 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Eastern right here. I have a feeling those shows are going to be so freaking epic. Epic is like my word of the day every day. I do also hope we have other things to discuss, Nisi. I think that tomorrow, and I'm also doing a show Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, and I feel like we will have tons of stuff to talk about this week, but I get concerned where they're going to go. I know they're doing a time jump. I know there's going to be some new A drama, but I get concerned that the show could possibly become less interesting, which I'm very surprised, to be completely honest, that they're going to tell us all this stuff now when we have a season and a half left. What would it take for me to stop watching the show? Asked Massimo. For my mom, for his mom, it was when there was more than one A. I think for my mom, it was when they revealed Mona, and then they took it back. And then I think she watched until Toby was A. And then I was just talking to her on the phone. I tell her I do these shows and stuff, but she doesn't watch them just because she doesn't understand anymore. And she was like, what do you guys talk about? And I'm like, well, we talk about who A is. And she laughed because she was like, okay, that was the same thing it was like 3 years ago. So, Janice thinks Sarah is a red herring. I think that would be really cool because I don't like her. No, boyfriend does not watch. Never watch, does not watch, thinks it's silly, to be honest. The episode's just the normal time, Hannah, just the hour. Okay, Riley says, to be honest, she thinks it's either Lucas, Wilden, or Ren, but she hopes it's none of them because really wants to be surprised. I hope it's none of the people I think it is, but then if it's none of the people I think it is and none of the people you guys have mentioned, then it's going to be stupid because it's going to be so off the wall that it's ridiculous. Okay, Janice hated when Toby was A. I just hated how they played with us so many times. I hated it when Mona was A because Mona, wasn't she like A in the books or something? That was so predictable and so stupid. That was the one I hated the most. I got so excited when they made it seem like Toby was A, and I got even more excited when they made it seem like Ezra was A, and then I just got to a point where like if they do that to us one more time and it's another fake A, I can't take it. I'm going to throw Marlene out my window, I would love it, Sarah, if Ezra ends up being A. I don't know, unless they're trying to like confuse us, I don't think it's going to happen. Do you remember the A moment when Charles and Redcoat had tickets to the prom? Jaleesa doesn't want to go there, but Caleb and Sarah showed up when they really weren't supposed to be there. Yeah, so that was recent. I think the episode before last week was when Redcoat gave A tickets to the prom. And then, very good, Caleb and Sarah both showed up when said they weren't coming. That's why I thought Caleb was A, but I think you guys are going to be interested like in my response. I'm not going to hold anything back tonight. And if I'm not happy with who A is, you're going to know. But if it's like Caleb, I'm going to freak. I'm going to freak out. All right. Tony says, if Ren is A, he will sweet talk Spencer to believe he was doing it to protect her. And she will end up saying, Charles is so kind. Ren, with his British accent, will sweet talk her to be his sock puppet again. I just wonder if they will forgive Charles. I don't know. Poland's asking if I've watched Pretty Dirty Secrets. No, people keep sending that to me and I mean to, and I probably will after the kind of, after this week when I have more time, because this is taking up a lot of my time, which I love. And I'm going to feel, aren't you guys going to be sad? Like, I have some ideas for what to do with my YouTube channel in the meantime, and I'm going to do Scream Queens when that comes out, but that's not until September. But I'm so used to like talking to you guys and doing all this stuff every week. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I have to still talk to you guys. Like, I can't deal. Yes, Addison, Marlene's out the window. If this A reveal is bad, I'm gonna like cut out, I'm gonna print out her picture on here. I'm gonna like tape it to a teddy bear and she's gone. She's out the window. Okay. Charlotte says Ezra and Caleb weren't there when the others were searching for Allie at the prom. Always shady. I think Ezra's been so shady, but I don't know if they're trying to make him shady or whatever. Elizabeth can't stand it when they give us something, they take it back. It's frustrating when they give us fake clues, fake stories, and fake A's. Hate it. And guys, sometimes I feel like this is like a bad relationship. Do you guys ever feel like this? I feel like I'm dating Pretty Little Liars and Marlene, and they keep saying, you know, next time I'll never do that again. Like, we'll be great together, you know? And like, I get mad at them for something, Pretty Little Liars, my boyfriend, and they're like, I'm never going to do that again. And I believe them, and I fall in the trap, and then they do it again. Okay, now that's how I feel about Pretty Little Liars, because I keep believing them. So I really believe my boyfriend Pretty Little Liars this time, totally. But let me tell you, this time there will not be a next time there will not be a next time. Like that song, that Eminem and Rihanna song. Next time there will not be a next time. So if they lied to me this time, I don't know if you're going to see me again after this week talking about PLL. Just going to keep that. Just going to make it real here. Yeah, I'm going to scream at the TV if it's worth screaming, one way or the other. If it's a crappy reveal, I'm going to scream. If it's a shocking, amazing one, I'm going to scream. If it's really far out, I may not. I may just be like, what? No, I didn't like it. Was Shayna officially A? I thought Shayna was really a useless character, and I don't know what her point was, and I don't know why they killed her. I don't know. But anyway, I want Pretty Little Liars, my boyfriend, to be a good boyfriend so we can have a future together, and I want them to follow through with what they're saying tonight, live up to their promises. I know you guys want that too. I think so. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny when Shayna died. I don't understand her. I just don't. But I know that even if they revealed Tippy the Bird as A tonight, that the fans will still watch. I will probably still watch, even though I'll be mad. But people love PLL so much. They could reveal Marlene as A. They could reveal a trash can as A. And people would be like, you know, that was genius. I have to keep watching. There's a contest going on. I just want to remind you, if you didn't know, we just have a few minutes left. But there's a contest going on my last YouTube video, which was my recap from last week. And I'm a fan of Ellen DeGeneres. If you're in the States, you probably know, or even if you're not, you may. But I have a $100 gift card to her store. All you have to do is correctly say who you think Charles is. So everyone who gets it right, I'm going to put your name in the random number generator online, and then I will choose a winner that way. If it's someone completely crazy, everyone who guesses will be eligible. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that I've gotten all kinds of creative guesses, but the most creative is that someone thinks that Charles is a robot being operated by, I think they said Caleb? I don't know. I'm not really sure if they were joking or not, but hey, I have to give them props for their creativity. So Shalisa says this gives her hope. In Shay, Emily's interview, they said they won't take back who A is. I really don't think they will. I'm totally buying what they're selling this time. Chiara says if Tippy is A, she'll buy a parrot. Not even kidding. Man, that's going to be beyond stupid, but I really don't think they'll do that. Addison says if this is a relationship with PLL, it's an abusive relationship. Thanks, Marlene. Yeah, I mean, it is. They've played with our hearts so many times, but we keep running back. I think we need to be, like, honestly, I'm just going to throw this out here. I think if they do it again, we need to seek help. We need to get away from this relationship. If they lied again, we got to find a new love. Got to find a new show or something. Riley asked if I'm the only one who thought that Andrew was incredibly attractive. Yeah, okay. Let me tell you, if you like Andrew, I thought his character was weird, honestly. But does anyone watch the Kimmy Schmidt show, which is only on Netflix? He is on that show, and he is adorable. So if you like him, Riley, you should check him out on there if you haven't. If you haven't checked it out, that show, freaking amazing, so funny. Love that show so much. And they don't play games with you. Yeah, DC says a robot. Well, because, and you guys, and you may be on here, whoever guessed the robot. So I'm not trying to make fun of you, I promise. I was just confused because at first they said, my guess is it's a robot. And I was like, my comment was, LOL, that's hilarious. It made me laugh because I've read so many like Kayla Bryn, Ezra. And then they wrote me this whole theory about how it was a robot operated by Caleb. So I feel like this person is serious. So I'm not laughing at you. I was just like, wow, you've really gone outside the box. You may have won the gift card. You never know. But anyway, yeah, Kimmy Schmidt is so good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Amy still thinks that Ren is A. Okay. Sheena thinks Charles took Tippy because it was his grandma's bird too, not to keep the girls from finding Allie or Mrs. G because he wanted them to lead him to Allison. Well, I think Tippy knows some of Charles's secrets and he was concerned that those secrets would get out, definitely. Massimo asks, what if A has been a project to experiment the effects of cyberbullying on teenagers? That's it. I think that's it. Marciello says, thought it was interesting Aria was wearing owl earrings last episode. Okay. Tell me why. I know that's probably right in my face and I can't figure it out. PLL Freaks 13 asks Reese, I have seen some of their stuff. Not all of their stuff. They're very amusing. I like it. I support all the PLL channels. I actually follow or subscribe to a lot of them and talk to a lot of the people, but I've never really talked to them. I think maybe I have on Twitter. They're very cool though. Tony feels like they're going to add in some random scene like How to Get Away with Murder. You like How to Get Away with Murder that you couldn't even get. How to Get Away with Murder, for some of you, may be a little adult, okay? But it's excellent. And I think Pretty Little Liars should take some lessons from that show because they seriously surprise you. I was obsessed with that show and it's coming back. Maybe I should do some stuff with that. But I felt like I had stuff figured out and I knew who killed certain people and blah, blah, blah. Nope. The finale was amazing. So just throwing that out there. Could one of the liars be a part of the A team, says Edison? I don't know. I think if they are, I don't think that's going to be revealed tonight. Yes, I will watch PLL Freaks 13 parody video. Yes, they do a lot of reaction videos, and I want to watch theirs that they do on the finale. Did we ever figure out who Beach Hottie was? Asked Peter. No, I don't think so. But I think a lot of you think it's Wilden. Okay, so Camilla thinks that A is Noel. As Hayden loves How to Get Away with Murder too. If you're in middle school, though, forget that I said that because it's a little out there. It's very grown up. Okay, Janice says that Revenge used to be an amazing show. It was, Janice. Honestly, I thought that show was amazing. And for some reason, I got tired of it or I got so behind and I just quit watching it. I think it's over. Do I think Charles will kill himself as Camilla? I really hope not because I feel like we need more from him. I know we're going to get some, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we're going to get this information from him. And you're new, Camilla, so thanks for being here. That's awesome. What do you guys think about me doing some How to Get Away with Murder, like recaps and stuff, some live shows? That's such a freaking amazing show. I think I may do that for you guys. We will think about that. Who is better for Ashley Marin, Ted or Wilden? Ted, he's like, he forgave her even after the Jason stuff. What do I think will actually be revealed tonight, asked Jaleesa. We're going to know who Charles is, possibly who Redcoat is. They may be the same person as Black Widow, and we're going to know Charles's story and the reason why he's Charles and the reason why he's done some of these things. And I think somebody will come back from the dead. And I think that's pretty much as much as they can fit into that time. What's Power? Need to start watching it. I don't know Power. Okay. Camilla, hey, what's up? Tony wants me to do How to Get Away with Murder stuff. You know what's funny is I like to come on here on YouTube and find other people's, like what I do. I love to watch other people doing that, whether it's about Pretty Little Liars or How to Get Away with Murder. There was a girl who did How to Get Away with Murder. Like, she was so good. And then she disappeared and she stopped doing it. And I was so sad. Like, maybe I should do them because she was really funny and really good. So, and that's kind of why I started doing these types of videos, because I would search for other people's videos and like, because I wanted to talk to people about these shows and I couldn't find them half the time, or they didn't do them every week. And I was like, I'm just going to do them because I got to find other people who love the same shows. It's kind of worked out. Elizabeth thinks that Beach Hottie is Pastor Ted because he told Ella during a date that he surfed and that's how he received his calling. Oh my gosh, I just thought about something. And he's kind of connected to the ice cream thing. Wasn't there like that whole Boo Boo's ice cream or whatever? Wow, weird. Okay. Yeah, Nastasia is going to check it out. How to Get Away with Murder. But please don't hate me. I'm afraid some of you guys as parents are going to hate me because it's kind of, and when I mean kind of, it's very advanced adult. So I don't want to get any like hate tweets from people's parents. Like, you told my kid to watch this. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. But it's really good. Unknown Singer, first time on chat. Hey, thanks for being here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. Nisi says that she will do How to Get Away with Murder. It's so good. Awesome. Sheena says there was a bunch of clues pointing towards Ted as being involved, but he hasn't ever been in 6A, hasn't even been in 6A to support Ashley and Hannah. Where the F has he been? I don't know. I had so many things going for him, so many theories, and then he disappeared. Chantel's asking what time it is. It's 5 o'clock p.m. here. We're supposed to end this chat. Do you want me to stay on a little bit longer? I think we should. Just a little bit longer. Tony says it's like adult PLL. Yes, it is like adult PLL. I actually think it's a little bit better than Pretty Little Liars because if they tell you they're going to do something, they will. This is How to Get Away with Murder. They always surprise you, even if you think for sure you figured it out. That's why. Edison says maybe we'll get some clues tonight that point toward Aria being part of the A-team. I would love that. Tony's asking if anyone realizes that Marlene said we have a season 7 for Red Coat and Black Veil. I think we'll talk more about that later. Yeah. Yeah, Scream, Zoe's asking. I'm kind of not Scream on MTV is what Zoe's asking about. I haven't been watching it. And some people, I feel like I need to start at the beginning. Like it makes me nervous, like to have to go back and try to catch up. So I'm so sorry. I did not watch Scream. So maybe if they have like a second season, maybe I can Netflix the first season and like do stuff on the second season. Scream Queens, I'm definitely doing Diamond. So I'm going to do these live chats and stuff for that. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I've done other TV shows in the past and like I would do recaps and stuff and they would be the most popular shows ever and no one would watch them and I would just felt like I was talking to myself. So I hope that Scream Queens is popular and you guys want to come to the live chats and stuff and it's not just like me talking to my reflection on here. That would be awesome. I've never watched Teen Wolf, Aaron. I don't know how many seasons it's in. I think Mike, my boyfriend Mike is in it from PLL, so that makes me happy, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I never watched it. In Serbia, it's 11. Okay, Anna, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, Marlene says his story is tragic. Aylin, yes. The show PLL, it airs tonight, Marguerite, at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have I been watching the PLL marathon? Yeah, I've been watching it kind of in and out as I've been like researching, developing theories, tweeting you guys, periscoping with you. You hate Diet Coke? You hate Diet Coke, Tony? Look it up, be friends. I don't know where that came from, but I know I have that like on my Instagram profile. Sadness. Honestly, Diet Coke is probably not good for you. Everyone should drink water. No, Massimo, I've never watched MTV's Eye Candy. Is it good? Okay, so Janice says the episode title A is for A Live, spelled out, is the episode of Wilden's funeral, which is the biggest clue he's A. Ooh, and a big clue that he's not actually dead. What do you think? Zoe's so sweet. Probably come to the live chats, even if it's a TV show that you didn't watch. That is so sweet. You guys are like telling me Devious Maids. I've actually never watched that. Do like be like a new show or show that I have, but like Devious Maids I've never watched, but I know my mom loves it. Camilla says not emotionally prepared for the reveal. I'm not prepared at all. Janice says cannot wait until you say that I say that you were spot on. All right, yes. Get this, guys. Let me tell you. You guys, some of you have stood by whatever your theory was all the time. Like you've been telling me on Twitter, YouTube, live chats. So I just want to throw this out here. Like if you end up having anything in the show tonight, I think I'm freezing again. I'm so sorry. But anything in the show tonight that you had predicted, because I will shout you out. So tweet it to me, comment on the video, whatever. I want to give you guys credit, like in the live shows that we do over the next couple of days, because that's amazing to me. You know, like I said, I have my theories. I don't know if they're right, and I want somebody to be right. So if your theory was different than mine and you were right, like I'm all for that. That's amazing to me. Orphan Black, Poland. I watched that one, completely caught up. That's really good. I love it. Guys, let me know about the quality here because I can see that we're having some issues with the stream again. And if it's really messed up, then we'll go ahead and end it. We'll probably need to end it pretty soon anyway because it's after 5. But I'm trying to get this issue. I have some ideas about how to fix this before we do our live shows tomorrow, and I'm really sorry. Tony says, was looking through Twitter. Tony likes Coke Zero. Now, I like Coke Zero too. I think that's good too. I just don't really like regular Coke because I feel like that's too sugary. I am chatting live during the show on Periscope, Camilla. You can get on there even if you're not on Twitter, but I'm Kelly_TV. I will be on a whole year. Janice says it took her 5 years to figure out Wilden was A. Well, I'm looking at you, girl. Like if he ends up being A, you get a shout out. So Orphan Black is amazing. I know we're getting off topic, but sometimes I just like to talk to you guys. I love Orphan Black. I think the girl who is the lead is amazing because she has to play so many different people. She's freaking amazing. Dominic from the last episode is Charles Massimo. I don't even know who Dominic is. So funny. So Zoe's in London and might stay up until 3 a.m. just to watch PLL tonight instead of tomorrow. If I did not live in the East Coast time, I would stay up because I'm always on social media and I know someone would spoil it for me. And you guys, I mean, I don't know what you guys have going on tomorrow because I know like if you have to get up really early, you can't do that. But like, I don't want someone to spoil it for me. That would kill my soul because I've watched the show for so long. And if I read on Twitter that so-and-so is Charles, but I didn't see it for myself, like I can't. So as Hayden just started watching Orphan Black on season 2, I started watching it late and I just kind of binged it all. I love it. It's really good. I think you'll like all of it. Riley's asking, I wonder why Allie's going to invite all the girls back to Rosewood after the time jump. Because Lucy said, she says possibly a few. Well, I don't know exactly why, but sorry, I'm reading other comments. I don't know exactly why, but she says that once they get together, like more A stuff starts happening. Nastasia says that Coke Zero is her life. She's being real here. I really like Coke Zero. Have you tried the Coke? It's in a green bottle. What is that called? I thought that was pretty good too. And the only thing I never drink from soft drinks are the full sugar ones. They just freak me out. Like I feel like I'm drinking like sugar and water or something and syrup. I can't take it. No offense to anyone who loves like the full sugar ones, but your brother's name is Dominic. Very cool. Gonna stay up and watching on live stream. Janice says, can Ashley Marin find true love already? I hope so. I hope everyone ends up really well off in the future. A probably stands for anonymous. Let's hope not. Okay. We are like way over our time here. Although I love this. This is so much fun. Coke Life. It's good. Have you tried that? Sometimes I think what I'm going to try to do with you guys too, like after this week, is just, Periscope more and just chat. Real, I've never watched Humans. I heard that was good. And Mountain Dew Code Red, I do think it's pretty good, but it is so sugary for me. Like I used to drink straight up Coca-Cola, and I could not drink diet drinks. And then like one of my friends got me hooked on Diet Coke. And now like if I try to drink like Coke or anything like that, I'm just like, this stuff makes me feel sick. Just like say the or Coke Zero taste, I haven't say. There's 80 people here. Maybe I should say. Okay, Bethany, cool. And then we'll stay a little bit longer. Melissa, I know. Diet drinks are bad for you. I am not advocating them here, really. My mom yells at me all the time. She's like, diet drinks are terrible because they have a lot of chemicals and stuff. And I've tried to quit them. And I'm being a very bad spokesperson right now for all of you. But I had trouble quitting them. I feel like I don't know. Like they've hooked me in. That's terrible. Like seriously, that's terrible. I'm not telling any of you to try diet. Don't try diet drinks if you haven't before because they're really not good for me. Good for you and me. They need to send Ashley on the Bachelor or Bachelorette franchise. Cinderware. Oh yeah, Ashley Marin. They do. I think she's kind of like over the age limit, but hey. Jaleesa's Dr. Pepper's #1 fan. My because that's what she drinks. I think the diet one is honestly kind of weird. Uriel, I have never watched Bates Motel. One of my really good friends loves it. I should probably do that. Janice, the next live chat is 4 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time, then 6 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time. Dr. Pepper is live, says She-Hulk. Yeah, Riley says that Arya isn't going to be with Ezra on the time jump. She's not. He's going to have another girlfriend. Sorry. Hope I didn't do too many spoilers there, but that's what she said. Zoe finds me so funny. Thank you. You know what's funny to me is that like I'm just being myself here. And when I first started doing YouTube, I thought I had to like act a certain way. I see that I'm frozen. Still hear me? I feel like I needed to like act like other people or something so that you guys would like want to watch me. And I've realized that I can just be me, and that's really cool. Which some of you may find really annoying. But honestly, if I met you in real life, this would just be me. Angela, water for life. I'm with you. I have a water right now. I need to do more water than Diet Coke. Does anybody know in Europe where you can stream the finale? Says Amanda. I don't know. Someone tell us. So Massimo says that Dominic was the person who Allison saw giving drinks and wearing a mask. Oh, she thought that he was Charles and he took off his mask and he was Dominic. He's totally A. I also think they will fall in love again, Ezria, says Camilla. Agree. Thank you. Love my nails. I always get gel nails, and this is some sort of orally red sparkly color. So thank you guys so much. Aw, you love how I reply to everyone. Well, you know, I watched a lot of YouTube videos before I did my own. And some of the people that I absolutely loved on here, I would comment on every single video. They never replied. And I know that they are really mega popular and superstars and everything. So I get that. But sometimes I would see them reply to people and I was like, why don't they reply to me? So I just made it, you know, a deal with myself. Like if I started doing videos of whoever replied, I would try to reply to everyone. And I do try to reply to all of you all the time. So that's important to me, you know, because you guys don't have to take your time and watch me. You guys don't have to take your time and comment. Did I call you a girl, Massimo? I thought you were a guy. I thought I called you a guy. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Janice wants to see a makeup tutorial. And Riley. Yeah, we could do that. Maybe that's what I need to do in my time off. I actually have some ideas to do some videos on like topics that are important to me, like just, you know, like I know this may sound silly to you guys, but like how to deal with people who are bullying you in real life. That's something that I've dealt with in school and stuff and other things. And I just feel like I just had some things like come to me like I should do some of these types of videos. I know that's not going to appeal to everyone, but I just wanted to talk kind of to you guys about some certain topics. And I think I'm going to do some videos based on that and just different things that I dealt with that I think maybe you could benefit from, or somebody out there in the world might want to find it on YouTube and watch. Am I excited about American Horror Story Hotel? Yeah, I like American Horror Story. I do. I haven't watched all of them, but I'm going to try to watch this one. Do I wear Pretty Little Liars clothing? I have actually tracked down some of the clothes people have worn. Like I have a couple of things that Hannah has worn before. If it's like reasonable, like some stuff from Urban Outfitters. I need to search Aston Marigold and tell me if I find him hot. Okay, I will do that a little bit later here. I've done some vlogs. I'm going to try to do some more, Massimo. I really enjoyed them. I feel like you guys might not have liked them because sometimes like hardly anyone will watch, but I'll try to do more. I would love to come to the Caribbean. That would be so fun. Nisi, I would love that. Please. You want to send me? Would you like to sponsor me to come there? I'm just joking. So anyway, thank you for liking the A in the background. The time jump is 5 years. Baking. All right. I'm not the best baker, Riley, but I like to do some stuff. Janice likes the idea of me doing topics and maybe favorite makeup products or food. Okay, what you guys don't know about me, this is what I started to do on YouTube when I first started, was makeup stuff and everything like that. And I was like, I felt like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. But I really love fashion and makeup so much. So I could do some of that again. Scandal, Anna, I know. My mom is a huge fan of that. And I should come back to that. I should. I'm behind. You watch my vlogs, Tony. Thank you. I've got some ideas about doing some more of those and some challenge videos. I've got some ideas. Do I ship Emerson, Allison and Emily? I think that would be cool. She has really bad taste in women. Emily does. But I like Allison. I think that would be cool, honestly. I'm really down for that, really. Really am. Yeah, 5 years. It's a long time. Okay, so I feel like we're just talking about nothing, but maybe you guys like that. I don't know. I guess we probably should wrap it up here. So, I love you, but I guess I'll get ready for stuff like dinner and and the show tonight. But you guys can keep talking to me on Twitter. I'm gonna check Twitter all night and my YouTube videos or whatever. I am on Instagram as Kelly_TV. That's my same name on Twitter, so please follow me. Let me catch a few more comments here. Would I feel bad for Charles if Bradley used less than human practices to cure the kids, like hold Charles underwater in a creepy bathtub? Yeah, I would hate that, Hot Cocoa. I think that's awful. A hair tutorial. You guys are so nice. I don't even feel like I know what to do with my hair half the time. You would watch the video and you would be like, this is what she does. That's so simple. Yeah. When there are no PLL episodes, I'm going to do some like positive videos about how to deal with different things, vlogs, challenges, I guess some makeup stuff because that's what you guys want. Let's see. Thank you, Tony. Oh, my Periscope name is Kelly. Almost everywhere, my name is Kelly_TV. Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Kelly_TV. Honest, like, don't end. Right, she does. She can't stay with anybody for too long, Emily. A separate channel for lifestyle type things and keep this channel for TV show recaps. Yeah, that's where I like your idea, Addison, because I don't want to confuse people and I don't want this channel. I feel like I want to put like 7 bazillion different types of videos on here. That's what I get confused about. You're welcome, Massimo. But I love you guys and I'm going to go now. But tweet me when this comes up on YouTube, just comment. But like I said, I think I'm going to do some Periscopes with you guys, just talk about whatever, because I like that. I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't feel like when we do Periscopes and stuff, when PLL is not currently on, that we have to like talk, because we're going to know who A is, Jana says something really funny. ABC Family is airing old episodes. You guys can watch that to kill time, like me waiting for the finale like a crackhead. Yeah, they are. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I said that 700 times. And I can't wait for tonight and watch me on so we can no, I'm not on Snapchat. Okay. But bye guys. I love you guys. I'll see you soon, okay? I'm gonna sign off now for real. Bye. Love